Hi everyone, this is just a quick update of my thoughts on the new season of Doctor Who. This will be part 1 and it'll cover episodes 1 to 4, and later I'll do a part 2 that'll cover episodes 5 to 8. And I'll also do a one covering the 4 specials that were made in 2003. So people were asking us what I thought of the new season. So at first I wasn't planning on watching it. This was because of the dreadful Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road, that really put me off. However, later I read on Facebook that episode 3, Boom, was supposed to be excellent. So I thought I might as well watch it and see how it goes. And I'm actually glad I did. However, it's a mixture. It's very chalk and cheese this season so far. First up, we get Space Babies by Russell T Davies. And this one's as bad as the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. Dreadful opener, all about babies running a spaceship. The babies can talk, there's a monster on the spaceship, and this adult helper in the control room. And it's supposed to be a comedy, however it's not very funny. I can't understand why Russell T Davies started the season off with this. You're supposed to start seasons off with a brilliant story, and he started with one of the worst stories I've ever seen. So no wonder the season's lost fans. You should always start a season off with a strong story, and this isn't one of them. It's complete rubbish. And the viewing figures have gone down, although it's a strange topic. Have the viewing figures gone down or have they gone up? You get lots of contradicting views about people don't watch it now on TV, so the viewing figures don't count. So how do you judge if it's gone down or up? Personally, I just think that's spin. I think the viewing figures have gone down, but they're trying to spin it to make it not sound as bad. But anyway, this story was completely crap. Out of 10, I've got to give it 0 out of 10. It was complete rubbish. And it's not helped by quotes from people like Russell T Davies going on about this season's going to be all about diversity. And Shutty Gatwa has mentioned that people, if they don't want to watch it, they should just go and touch grass. Well, I think a lot of people have been touching grass. Then there's been articles about Doctor Who's never been for straight white males. So you've had all this bad publicity, so I'm not surprised the viewers have gone down. That's if they've gone down. Whenever you mention about viewers going down, there's hell on social network. Anyway, the second episode's The Devil's Chord, again by Russell T Davies. And talk about camp, this is the extreme camp you can get. We have a villain played by a drag queen, Jinx Monsoon, playing Maestro. It's set in 1963 and it's all about Maestro taking music away from the world. We actually see the Beatles that look nothing like them. For me, the trouble with the episode is the villain. For me, Jinx Monsoon can't act. It's just gurning over the top camp performance all the way through. So I've got nothing about actually casting a drag queen if they could cast someone who could act. But this is just an over-the-top performance. It's a pity because Shutty Gatwa and Melly Gibson, they work well together. Like, he's a fairly good doctor and she's a good companion. But at the moment they're being given bad scripts by Russell T Davies. And also there's a dance number at the end of the story, which is totally weird. It might be explained later in the season, but for there to have an actual dance number, that's ridiculous. However, it's so weird, I will give it a few points. So out of 10, I'll give it 3 out of 10. But overall, the first 2 episodes have been dreadful. Awful start to this season. And Jinx Monsoon hasn't helped, seeing all the homophobic fans will go and who needs them and mind the door on the way out. So it's quotes like that, publicity quotes, that hasn't helped viewers. That's why, in my opinion, that's why the viewers have gone down. That and the first 2 episodes being shit. However, there's a massive turning point with episode 3, Boom by Stephen Moffat. I talked earlier about the season being chalk and cheese. Well, this is where it picks up after the dreadful first 2 episodes. It's about the Doctor who stands on a landmine and you get all these great written characters in the story. Some die. There's a little girl who's upset because her father's died. So there's really sad moments. And it's also a dig about war, about making money by buying weapons. It's kind of referring to recent events, about supplying weapons to these countries that are at war. With this episode, Stephen Moffat proves he's a great writer, and this is one of his best, in my opinion. So I think I've got to give this one a 9 out of 10. It was really good. And finally, we get, once again, a story by Russell T Davies. First I thought, oh God, it's another Russell T Davies story. His first two were terrible. And I thought he's lost his touch at writing, but actually this one's a masterpiece. It's all about Ruby. The Doctor vanishes after standing on this magical ground where they've done like a spell. It's a bit like witchcraft. The Doctor accidentally stands on it and he vanishes. And then Ruby's followed by this mysterious figure that always keeps 97 yards away from her. So she goes back home because the Doctor's vanished. And the story picks up where the people who say this mysterious figure go crazy when they talk to it. Ruby can't go near it because it always moves away from her, but other people can. And when they do, they go like crazy and they turn against Ruby. Then the story changes when it goes on about this politician who's going to be Prime Minister. And he's wanting to have the power over nuclear weapons. So he's going to start a war. Because she heard something that the Doctor said. So it's all about Ruby trying to stop him getting into power because she knows that he's going to cause a nuclear war. So I thought it was outstanding. And I'd probably put it in my top 10 Doctor Who stories. It was that good. So it's one of them stories where the Doctor's not in much. And there's quite a few of these stories where the Doctor isn't in much. And interestingly enough, there's some of the best stories. Stories like Blink, where the Doctor's hardly in. So out of 10, I'd give this one top marks, a 10 out of 10. Proper masterpiece. So overall, I thought this season got better. With each story got better. The first two were awful, but it was followed by a great story and a true masterpiece. Another interesting thing is the first two stories were campy. The two stories afterwards were more serious. And it proves that Doctor Who works best when it's more serious, more adult. Another good thing about this season so far is there's no Daleks or Cybermen or Master. For me, them villains have had the day. I much prefer original stories now. So hopefully they'll rest them for a long time. So anyway, look out for part 2 of this when I'll be reviewing episodes 5 to 8, and then I'll rank the whole season, see which stories I like best. And also look out for the 2023 specials. I'll do them 4. That'll be coming soon. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little short video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay everybody, bye. Bye.